think someone just crossed your path by chance? That you randomly ended up in this family, this class, this relationship? No, it goes much deeper. And if you're here listening, it means you're ready to hear it. Every person you meet, even for a minute in a store line, is not just a passerby. They're a marker, a code, a fragment of your script, embedded in your matrix. You can deny it, laugh at it, but you feel it. You feel how some people shake you, wake you up. Others, they tear something out of you, they bring pain to the surface. They show you where you're still trapped. That's not punishment. It's activation, a trigger for your next lesson. Because until you understand why these people keep appearing, they'll come back in new faces, new names, but with the same vibration, the same loop, the same pain. Some people pass by, you won't even remember their face, but they flipped a switch. They made you feel something, question something, and then there are the ones who stay, the ones who are coded deep into your story, toxic, heavy, but you can't shake them, because somewhere inside, you know, you're not with them by accident. You'll meet your teacher more than once, first as a real teacher, then as a lover, then as a boss, then as a stranger in a grocery store, until you finally stop and ask, why do I keep attracting this same pattern? We don't just live life, we unfold it like a quest, and every person you meet is either your pain, seeking an exit, or your power, waiting to be activated. As long as you see people as individuals, you're trapped in the illusion. You'll say, she betrayed me. He ignored me. This friend abandoned me. But they're not individuals. They're roles, living reflections of your inner drama. You didn't just fall into that relationship. You didn't accidentally end up in that toxic job. You're inside a storyline that started long before them. You're stuck in a replay of an old program. Go back to your childhood, to the moments you felt unsafe, unloved, invisible, where you had to freeze, adapt, earn affection. Your brain memorized that as love. That became your script. Now you walk through life, not looking for warmth, but for familiar pain, not seeking real love, but someone who triggers you just right. And that's why the faces change, but the stories stay the same. Same pain, same abandonment, same emptiness. You're not cursed, you're in a loop, and loops only break when you say, enough, this is not me, this is not my story anymore. You'll keep attracting people who don't even have a choice. They're just mirrors, reflecting what's still active inside you. Want new people? Change the script. And the script begins inside you. You've been here before. You said never again. You blocked, deleted, erased, and then it repeated. New face, new name, new city, same cycle. Why? Because you didn't finish. You escaped, but didn't exit. The scene changed, the play didn't. And those roles? Still handed out. To those who awaken your oldest wounds. You can't leave until you tell yourself the truth. This isn't about them. It's about you. It's about the buttons in you that someone will always press until you rewire. You still want to be good for everyone. You still fear being alone. You still wait to finally be loved. And that's why life keeps sending the same message. Do you get it now? You go in circles not because you're weak, but because you haven't asked the real question. Not, why are they like that? But, why did they come into my life? What are they activating? What are they showing me? And most of all, why did I allow it again? Until you answer, it'll feel like fate or punishment. But it's a loop, and loops break only when you walk away. Not from them, but from the role you keep playing. You're not weak. You were just trapped in a repetition. But you can leave, right now. You can read books, go to therapy, watch videos, analyze childhood. But the lesson doesn't count until you act differently. You can say, this is abuse. But if you stay, the lesson isn't complete. You can know your upbringing was toxic. But if you treat yourself the same way, The loop stays. You can cry, "I'm tired." But if you don't leave, you chose pain again. Awareness doesn't change your life. Action does. The real shift happens when you catch yourself in the loop and do the opposite. You speak instead of going silent. You walk away instead of freezing. You choose yourself instead of pleasing. And in that moment, the loop breaks. The program ends. The lesson completes. And everything shifts. The ones who hurt you vanish. The pain loses its access. You step out of the prison where your wounds were running the show. This is your point of power, where your emotions don't decide for you. You do. And the world reshapes, not because it became softer, but because you stopped being the victim. Some people enter your life with such force, you never forget them. They break you, burn everything, or they save you. But the pain is always sharp. The impact, unforgettable. What if none of it was a mistake? What if you met for a reason? What if before this life, your soul and theirs made a deal? They would hurt you, and you would wake up. Find your power. End the cycle. Yes, it's harsh. But that's how real change happens. Through pain that won't let you stay asleep. And when you pass this test, you see it clearly. They gave you more than anyone. They were not the enemy. They were the catalyst. They came not to stay, but to awaken you. And yes, you'll meet your teacher again and again in many faces until you stop reacting the same way. Until you say, "Thank you. I get it." And walk forward, free. Fate isn't a prison, it's a script, and you can edit it. Once you see the meaning behind the people, you're not meeting people, you're meeting lessons, reflections, and your own power. And once you truly understand that, you're not the same. You've become on yourself. If you stayed till the end, you're ready. Not for war, not for revenge, but for truth, for yourself, for a new script, for a different kind of life. Thank you for being here, for your presence, for your strength. You're not just a viewer, you're a participant. Let this video be the point where you break the loop and start a new path, with new energy, new awareness, with you. We'll meet in the next one. Take care of yourself, and don't forget who you are.